Welcome to This Explainer. You know, every time you take a bite of your absolute favorite meal, you're actually kicking off this spectacular biological journey. It all happens inside one of the most highly efficient processing plants on the entire planet, the human digestive system. I mean, it's so easy to take for granted, right? We just eat and go. But over the next few minutes, we're going to map out exactly how this incredible system works, from its main parts all the way down to its core functions. We are tracking our food's amazing journey from start to finish. Okay, let's dive into this by asking the most fundamental question imaginable. Why do we actually eat food? We all know that feeling when we get hungry, but what is the end goal here? Well, the answer is energy. Just to keep your brain thinking and your heart beating while you sit perfectly still requires massive amounts of energy. We absolutely need that fuel to play, to work, to grow, and honestly, to simply stay alive. But here's the catch. A sandwich or an apple can't be used by your body in its original form. It has to be completely transformed. And that is exactly where the digestive system steps in. It acts as the ultimate biological translator. It takes the everyday food we eat, breaks it all down, and converts it into essential nutrients. Those nutrients are the actual fuel that gives us energy, helps us grow, and keeps us healthy and active. Without this crazy conversion process, all the delicious food in the world wouldn't do us a single bit of good.
Part 1. Parts of the system, the food journey. Let's take a quick look at the parts that make up this incredible biological machine.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because it takes a highly coordinated relay race to make this happen across 6 main stations. It starts up in the mouth, moves down the esophagus, which is also known as the food pipe, drops into the stomach, weaves through the small intestine, moves into the large intestine, and finally reaches the rectum and anus. It's pretty amazing to just sit back and marvel at how many distinct, highly specialized parts are involved in processing a single bite of food. So the very first step is entirely mechanical and chemical, and it happens right in your mouth. Your teeth chew the food to physically break it apart, while your saliva kicks off the digestion process chemically. And here is a super fascinating fact. Saliva doesn't just wet the food. No, it contains specialized enzymes that immediately start dissolving sugars before you even swallow. Once it's all chewed up and ready, you swallow, and the food enters the esophagus. Think of this food pipe as a direct water slide, just efficiently carrying the food from your mouth straight down into the stomach.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that this is where the real heavy lifting happens. Once the food drops into the stomach acts like a giant blender, mixing everything with some seriously powerful digestive juices. But the stomach is really only the prep kitchen. The food then moves into the small intestine, which is arguably the true star of the show. The small intestine is where the food is digested completely. To put its power into perspective, the small intestine has so many microscopic folds that if you stretched it all out, it would literally cover an entire tennis court. This massive surface area is the exact location where those vital nutrients are finally extracted and absorbed directly into your blood so they can be sent all over your body.
But the journey isn't quite over yet. Whatever the body can't use, the undigested food, moves into the large intestine. The main job here, in this final extraction phase, is to absorb water from that leftover material. This ensures your body stays perfectly hydrated and doesn't lose any valuable water. Once the water is removed, the remaining solid material is just waste. It travels to the rectum and is finally, and very efficiently, removed from the body through the anus.
Part 2. The 4 core functions of digestion. Let's switch gears and cleanly summarize the actual biological tasks being accomplished here.
This incredibly complex system really boils down to 4 distinct, easily digestible microfacts. First, it breaks food down into small pieces. Second, it digests that food using specialized digestive juices. Third, it absorbs the essential nutrients straight into the blood. And fourth, it removes whatever is left as waste from the body. By flawlessly executing these 4 functions day in and day out, this system is quite literally what keeps us alive, healthy, and on the move.
Part 3. Habits for a healthy gut. Let's talk about how to actually care for this system on a daily basis. And this brilliantly illustrates how to maintain our biological factory. You need the right fuel. Hydration, fiber-rich fruits and veggies, and actually, this is a big one, taking the time to properly chew your food. All of that keeps the machinery running smoothly. Oh, and don't forget to wash your hands before eating to keep harmful germs out of the system entirely. Junk food, on the other hand, it just bogs down the machinery. It deprives your small intestine of the high-quality nutrients it's endlessly searching for, basically forcing your system to work way harder for way less reward.
So, the crucial point is this simple truth. A healthy digestive system helps us grow strong and energetic. That is the ultimate goal of digestion, right there. Taking care of this system isn't just about avoiding a stomachache, it's about giving your body the foundation it needs to absolutely thrive. When your digestive system is healthy and doing its 4 jobs well, you have the energy to do whatever it is you love to do.
Which brings us to our final thought. You now know the exact path your food takes and the heavy biological lifting required to keep you moving. So, look down at your next meal and ask yourself, are you giving this incredible tennis court-sized chemical factory the premium fuel it deserves, or are you just throwing a wrench in the gears? The choice is entirely yours. Keep feeding your curiosity.